Hello, everybody, and happy Monday. Hope you're doing well this fine, fine day. I am back from my work travel. Caught a man cold, it seems. So, uh, there was only very few news pieces that would get me to make a video real quick. And as you can see by my little meme here, it is High Elves. We got a High Elf Old World Almanac today. Sorry, I'll try not to cough. Please try to mute myself when I do. Um, But the yeah, Old World Almanac dropped. I was just kind of browsing Instagram uh between surviving at work, and yeah, that popped up that we're getting the Merwyrm back, and it's a model I never had. So very excited to add to my collection. They did put out, like I said, an article on it, so we're gonna switch over to there and check it out because I have not reviewed it yet. I have not looked at it, so I'll be fresh, and we'll go on it probably more topic probably in the podcast too. Talk about it with me and Neil's feelings. So, but for now, here's that first hot take. It would help if I bring it up, huh? Whoop. There we go. There we go. Sorry, everybody. Um, our Old World Almanac. The Merwyrm returns from the depths. The High Elf realms place learning, poise, and refinement. People of both one are master warriors, scholars, craftspeople, anything which they deign to turn their delicate hands. So it's always a surprise to their foes when they pitch up to a fight with a grotesque behemoth in their midst. Scaly, sinuous Merwyrm thrashing about and making a violent nuisance of itself in the least graceful manner possible. I mean, it's a fish out of water, so that's what you get. Oh, man. Yeah, I think this was the only Forge World, quote unquote, high elf monster that they actually made. At least at the release, there was the Arcane Phoenix, which I'm going to get a Phoenix and paint up to be an Arcane Phoenix. Not that we'll have rules for it, but I'm just excited to get the hands on this model that I thought I'd never get my hands on. Look at that. That green and blue. Oh, so good. Merms are a distant, watery cousin of the dragons, among the most ancient beasts of the world. Sea lords sometimes summon and bind them to their will, letting them loose to writhe in battle, battering and eviscerating the foe with their heavy bulk and sharp claws. A dark, watery foil to the nobility of the dragons above. This is a rare kit returning to the range for the first time in more than a decade. Beast once part of the Warhammer Forge range, cast in Forge World Resin, High Elf commanders may add one to their ranks, provided they also recruit a regiment of Lothran Seaguard. Recruit. I wonder if that means add to the army, if that's something with the um, uh, Regiment of Renown, the army is essentially for Seaguard that we're getting. My brain's not quite wrapping around what that means, but still, I have Lothran Seaguard and I love them, so definitely, like I said, I'm buying everything. Um, anyway, such a fine beast has a range of special rules to match its majesty. Its abyssal cloak makes it harder to hit with ranged weapon, while its pall of enfeebling cold weakens those who try to harm it in melee, creating additional longevity while it sets about 4 attacks at strength 6, weapon skill 6. Oh, cow. That's pretty good. All right, abyssal cloak. Actually, I have to read text here. Crushing darkness of the deep ocean surround the Merwyrm in battle. Any enemy model that targets this model during the shooting phase -2 to hit for firing at long range rather than the usual -1. Okay, so it only affects the long range shooting. So once you're up close, so drakes and stuff like Drake, whatever, the dwarf infantry, once you're close enough, doesn't ruin the stand and shoot either. That's not too bad. And Enfeebling Cold. RF Cold clings to the Merwyrm, sapping the strength of those who linger too close. Whilst in face contact with the model, they may also suffer -1 modifier to their strength characteristic to a minimum of 1. I'd be curious to see what the toughness is. I doubt it's 6. That'd be crazy. 4? I mean, comes down to points. Weapon skill 6, strength 6. Maybe toughness 5. I'd like to say toughness 5, but we'll see when it comes out. High Elves will be making landfall in the old world very soon. So yeah, that is just fantastic. Like, look at that. That's gonna be so fun to add to the army to paint it up. Let's see. So we got the Sea Guards, Swordmasters. I think that's built from one of the returning kits as well. Yeah, and it's nice to see they dug out and kind of freshened up the old Uthwin terrain that they used to use for battle reports and White Dwarf, as well as the army pictures in the army books. Um, But yeah, super awesome. Super excited for this. I'm trying to think. So if I'd had this, obviously I want this to be the frontline thing because just let it go, let it get out of the way. Um, so have one. You have to have one unit of Lothran Sea Guard. So right now I run 17 Lothran Sea Guard. I usually throw a mage in there with the sea helm ability, give him ethereal, all that nonsense with high magic. So uh, have that, and then just have this kind of on the flank of them, running out ahead. Let him get in, hold it up, and then charge in on a nice flank. After he maybe gets pushed back a couple inches. I'm sure he has other fun stuff. I mean, he's a monster. Maybe he's not breaking and fleeing, or maybe he's not just not losing combat too easily. And who knows what other rules he has? I'm a close order. What's he got? Does he have a buff if he's near Sea Guard? They're the ones that bind him. That said. So, or maybe it's a certain hero. Like you have to have a Sea Helm hero that can bind him and kind of make him unbreakable. I'm spitballing here, but um, it remains to be seen what we'll get. So, yeah, I was super excited for this article to pop up because I thought we'd have at least another week before we started seeing any type of high elf news coming. But man, cold or not, I'm gonna bring it to you. I'm gonna talk about it. There will be there will be a podcast this week, so we'll go deep on it, as well as the topic we have planned. But yeah, let me know in the comments. What are you thinking about the Merwyrm? Are you excited to get your hands on one? Do you think it's ugly as sin and you don't want it? Do you just not care? You're like, I don't care about Seaguard. I'm going all Tracian. All good things, all great. Like I said, I'm an Azure fanboy, just like I'm a Doc fanboy. So if I don't have it in plenty, I'm gonna have it. So, and I wonder if they'll do because they did this with the. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling here. They did this with the War Wagon recently, where they made it made to order. I wonder if they'll do that for this. Because it is Forge World resin. Um, it says, I think it said that. Yeah, cast in Forge World resin. So they don't need to rush it out. So do they make it made to order just so everybody can get one? Because I don't know how many they'll actually make. I can see it selling out quick. Um, and everybody's going to want it because it's so cool. It's been gone for so long. So yeah, I kind of, as much as I want it right away, I kind of hope they make this thing made to order. And since we saw like the potential initial release from uh, LVO for the High Elves, he wasn't represented, so that could further lead to the case of that's what we get. So, um, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this short video, just talking about High Elves, seeing the excitement that is of the Merwyrm returning. I hope you're sharing my excitement. Like I said, leave comments, like, subscribe, please share it around. Still trying to grow to 1,000, and all help is greatly appreciated. You're all legends for doing that, but yeah, until the next article or the podcast, it'll probably be an article tomorrow. So I will catch you all then at the next time High Elf News drops. All right, take care. Have a good day.